What's going on, Aquarius? Welcome to my channel. We're about to jump into your energy. This goes out to sun, moon, and rising, singles, couples, men and women. Cross watchers are welcome. If you'd like to book me, please check the description box below, and all that information can be found. Tips and donations are always honored and welcomed, and they help me get by and survive. There might be a tower moment for a few, but I really wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, tower moments can be very, very painful at times, but it can bring forth that relief. Yeah. Okay, New Beginnings, Ace of Pentacles. Now, I hate to go old school and things of that nature, but you know how things get kind of stressful before the blessing, I guess, the testing before the blessing. You know, we're not talking about the whole old, archaic aspect of what people think the whole test is, but how things just seem to go against you, how things just seem to like really, really, really get in your way. Nothing works right, so forth and so on. And the reason I'm starting with the Ace of Pentacles is because I am picking up that quite a few of you are about to come out of this testing energy and you are about to be blessed. I saw the Tower again. So I do see that, yeah, there's been some delays. I don't worry too much. The delays are for the reason. The delays are the reason, sorry. You're being placed into alignment to get to where it is that you need to be, which is this new beginnings. Not only is this going to be a new physical beginning, but it's also going to be a new emotional beginning. For those that are in relationships and or that got out of relationships, let's just say, many of you gained the illumination on why the person did what they did. And you're moving forward. Wow, okay. You're moving forward. And the cards fell on the ground. You're moving forward into that energy and you're moving out of the Nine of Swords energy. I'm just going to share that because that's what popped up. Now, as you move, or as you're continuing to move into this Ace of Pentacles, this Ace of Cups energy, which is going to just really set you to where you need to be relationship-wise. I don't know how we got over here, but hey, we're going to roll with it. There's going to be a whole new avenue of things that open up for you. A whole new cycle, if you want to, want to go there. And that illumination that you got in going through those Three of Swords moment and seeing that the sun led you directly into the Ace of Pentacles, which is the new beginnings, new love, new bonds, so forth and so on. I'm not going to say romantic ooh la la love, but when I see water and earth, I see great things that can grow from it. And all you'll have to do is plant the seeds. As the wheel of the year does come in, some will call it the wheel of fortune. I like to call this, as the wheel of the year, the ebb and flow, working with the, I'm not going to say Sabbats or Esbats, but working with the energies of earth. Everyone is allowed, no matter what path you work, we all work with the energies of earth. We all feel it. We all know when to come outside in a coat and when not to. That's simplicity. But for those that do work with that aspect, I'm just going to toss that out there. A few things that you might want to get some acorns. That might sound very interesting, but acorns are good luck, and look at what, they're connected to. So keep a couple on you. I know that was random. But understand that now is the time to actually, as you move into these new cycles, you're going to want to move with the ebb and flow. What I mean by that is we got that cuffing season, right? And I'm not saying that you can't build something, but it's a playful time. It's a time to really get out there, and I feel that as you move into this playful time, understand that the wheel of the year is on your side. These new is rotating in your favor. It's rotating Deicil. It's rotating clockwise. It's not rotating Widdershins or Deicil. So what it is going to ask you to do is to really face a fear of just being playful. Have like I'm not saying cut a rug or whatever, but face that fear that for whoever resonates with this, that you can have a little fun. Move on from those past thoughts that people say you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, and really just go with the ebb and flow of things. You know, have a little fun. Try not to think about it so much. Just go for it, because the new physical and emotional beginnings are going to take leaps of faith. They're going to take doing things that you normally might not have done in the past. I'm not saying anything crazy or anything of that nature, but I am seeing back to the Three of Swords how you really got illumination. And what I am hearing is that you got illumination to how maybe you've gone with relationships in the past and how you have flowed with things in the past, so forth and so on, and how it just kind of really wasn't working. For example, you know, my dudes or whoever, y'all might meet somebody, you know, and do your thing or whatever off the second or third night, which ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. And you've always had relationships form that way, but it just didn't have that fulfillment that you truly needed. Like when all the dust settled and the that lust phase phased out, you're sitting there like, damn, yo, did we even really build anything, or were we just hot in the pants for one another? Kind of like that. So you're moving forward into a more aspect of just coming forth with emotions. Not so much just, I'm not saying, I'm not saying that you didn't do that before, but I was using that as an example. If that resonates, take it, but don't be thinking that I had all y'all out there. No, don't come at me, ladies. Do not do that. Don't do that, okay? Anyway, for those that are still moving past those thoughts, I like to call them the programmed social construct thoughts. We all know those thoughts that you can't do what you want with your thing and your body and all that stuff. Get past that. Let those thoughts continue to flow away from your brain. You are already moving forward. And again, this might sound really awkward to a lot of people, but again, with the wheel of the year, it's also a new cycle, but just, you got to face fears. So I do see some interesting things coming your way just from this, because I'm not just going by the cards this time. I'm actually going by what I am hearing from a specific spirit. In order to take full advantage of the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, you're going to have to understand that the Three of Swords is no longer there. The sun gave you illumination and all that you needed to carry you into the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. The sun, the illumination are the seeds that you have planted, which will grow with the phases of the wheel of the year. Now, many of you might feel that you might not have planted seeds fast enough. Fret not. These seeds will super bloom. And some of the seeds you planted last year, so don't worry. These seeds will super bloom. You just have to Six of Swords it and move on past. Now, mind you, when we all talk about planting seeds, yeah, the ebb and flow of the, stuff like that. But at the same time, you could plant a seed in the middle of November in your mind, and it'll come to pass in December. So I just want to put that out there. But you got to have the strength to actually move on. Get that passion too. Maybe you'll be moving on to a Leo energy. Not saying so much a Leo, but a fiery Leo energy. So forth and so on. This energy or this person will be very, 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 I'm not going to say the word tamed, but they don't have to, if you're a lady, they don't have to come out there roaring like a lion and maul the entire area to get their point across. And if you are that lion, you don't have to come across and maul people. A lion doesn't always have to come out there and F stuff up. It could just lay there and everyone knows, don't mess with that lion. The lion will fuck you up. So it could just lay there. Even when they little cubs, they kind of funny when they cubs or whatever, but they're like little cats. They are cats. Anyway, but just because you're going forth into that, you're not going to be going forth into an energy of a And gentlemen, if this is you also, you know, I would honestly say, I'm not saying that you need a person to heal you. I'm not saying that. I do believe that the majority of healing of what we do is something that we do. But are people there that can come along and put those hands on you and heal you a bit? And I don't mean like on a Sunday service sort of thing, but who can just lay that touch on you and just heal you, who can just say those words and just heal you. If you run into her, bro, just, it's scary, but try to be open to that. All right? Try to be open to that. But you're not going into this whole thing, you know, with that. Now the tower moment. Okay, yeah. The tower moment came with the whole shadow face your fears. Now, facing facing certain things can kind of cause a cognitive dissonance in your brain. Let's be real here. You go through your whole life being told you're never going to amount to ish. Then you start to challenge that shit. We all know how that goes. So expect a little bit of bumps and bruises as going through that shadow and tower, which is pretty much just the explosions that you get over that hump. Because just because you're going through the wheel of the year, the new cycle, doesn't mean that you're not going to have those bumps and bruises. 11/11 for those that are curious about that. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah, you're gonna have those days where your cups get knocked over. It's gonna happen. Those towers are gonna make you feel that, you know, maybe I've moved on, but you know, why is it still happening? I'm still going through this thing. Why am I not out of it? But you got the strength to get to it, and through it. And with things like this, sometimes it does take time. Even if you get over the hump, we still got to go down the hill, or there's some bumps on the road. You know what I'm saying? And it's forever going to be an evolution process, and it's forever going to be a process where we grow. But you gain the illumination from the Three of Swords, which is good. And you took that illumination and planted those seeds into the Ace of Pentacles yourself, if you want to call yourself the Ace of Pentacles, and so forth, is blossoming through the Ace of Cups. So forth, and so on. All right? But don't worry too much. You're going to bump your head a bit, but you'll get there. All right? If this resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. I don't have no clue how we ended up over here. All right, y'all. Peace.